Go ahead and fill me in on Blaze, correct?
Yes, his name is Blaze. He's born in same as Aspen, October 26th. They are biological brother and sister, I think. Yeah, the boy is pretty aggressive.
Okay.
I don't know. I hired a couple trainer. First one did 4 sessions and he basically quit. He said he will not do it because he had this weird philosophy of training. So he told us we have to ignore him for 1 day or 2 days, and it's just heartbreaking. I have a lot of kids. There's no way ignoring him. It seems like too much punishing. It didn't work out because the way he told us we have to ignore, otherwise it won't work if he does bad things. So we never can ignore him. And then so it didn't work out with the trainer because we didn't do what he say. So and then trainer comes and then with the tennis racket and he says he's protecting himself, which is Blaze will go nuts. But bark at him, trying to bite him because he's carrying a tennis racket in my house. And they never had a really session because he'll bark at him for 30 minutes each day, each time. They walk and come back and there's nothing. So then after 4 of that same session, the trainer quit.
Okay.
It didn't work. And then we hire another trainer. His name is Stu Unger. I don't know if you know him. Stu Unger. He's very famous. Anyway, he's older guy, 70 years old. He come to my house last week. He said he will not train my dog.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
See, I'm so lost.
So what's Blaze doing, or what more about Blaze? Because I know there's a training sessions, but like what's going on with Blaze?
So like example, my husband, if he comes near me or walks by me or stands by me, he attacks him.
Okay. How many times?
Each time.
Okay. What is the attack? What is the attack? Does he like go and bite him, or is it just like bark, bark, bark?
Yeah. He bites him, but he's very gentle bite. He doesn't like go into the skin. I think he's giving warning, I believe. And then he bites him from hand or leg and it releases right away. There's no mark, nothing, but he barks at him and he growls at him, so scary.
Okay.
And then basically my husband has to give up, otherwise he'll just do it.
Or say that last part?
So my husband has to walk away, otherwise Blaze will keep barking at him, attacking him.
Okay. How many and these bites aren't like, they're not punctures, they're just like nips or what?
Yeah, nips. But he did bite my kids.
How did that, tell me about that.
So he was ripping a newspaper. So my oldest, 15 years old, tried to take it away, say no, and then he just grabbed him by the hand, like he bit it right there. He has tooth marks, but no blood. And it was red and blue. It was pretty strong. And then, 10 days ago, he bited my daughter to the face, which is, she still has a scar, like light, the teeth got in, I think. So he was eating bone marrow and she didn't realize. She just tried to pet him and then he just reacted to her like, and then her face was scratched. It's by his teeth.
Okay.
So it was like this. Yeah.
Okay. Any stitches needed?
No.
Okay.
But she still has scars, but they're dark skin, so they just turn to scars super easy. But it was like a blood. I can see it.
Okay. So a resource guard, Blaze is.
Yeah.
So Blaze likes to guard you, his own a Blaze a girl or a boy?
Boy.
And then Blaze likes to guard you and anything that's high value. Resource guards, people, and high value objects.
And now he recently did it. I was sitting on the couch we have a kitty. I was holding the kitty. Blaze was by me, and my middle son, 10-year-old, come near me, and then he just snapped at him again, like, and then he goes between us. So my son doesn't come near me.
Okay. And then how long has he been doing this?
Been doing for last 3 months.
So 6 months.
Yeah.
So when he turned 6 months old, he started doing it.
Yep.
And he's 9 months old?
Yep.
6 months. Is he bigger than Aspen?
Yes. Aspen is about...
She's small. She's a small girl.
32 pounds. Blaze is 41.
41.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other incidents with Blaze?
No.
So it's just mostly it's when
Protective.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
Of me.
What else? What about like outside of the home?
So if he's very friendly with every dog or people else, but if he sees a man with black clothes and, big or tall, then he will just growl at them. He seems scared.
Okay, but people can approach you outside when he's there?
Yes, but he'll be fine. But if the dog approached me, he'd go right in front of me.
If the dog?
Yeah, so like we walk and then the person with the dog, right? And then dog come near me, then Blaze go between us, right in front of me.
Okay. Has he ever attacked the dog?
No. He
No.
makes the sound. He's like a growl.
Oh, growls. Okay. Does he resource get anything else? I mean, it sounds like it's just like the basics, like high value, and then like also like he resource guards. Anything else about Blaze that I should know about?
No, that's about it. He's super sweet and everybody loves him so much. So smart.
But when he's not in the house, when they're not in the house.
All my kids, my husband, we all love him so much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how often does he like guard you? Is he only guarding you from, I'm sorry, is he your husband or your partner?
My husband. You can even see it now if you want to.
No, it's fine. But he only guards you from your husband, not the kids?
Oh, he did it with the kids as well.
Oh, with the kids.
So, if kids come to me, then he will do it to my kids.
Okay.
Like attack, like growling at them and goes between.
Okay, from everyone. And
yeah.
What are you doing, or like where are you usually when like these things happen? Like, are you sitting down or are you like, where are you?
Yeah, I'm sitting on the couch.
On the couch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Started 6 months. And then you've never had an incident where he like bit and held on. It's just quick bites, right?
Yes.
Okay.
He
and
used to
lunging.
pull my daughter's jacket all the time. Like he bite it and pull it and drag her like that. Because I think the winter jacket that Blaze really loved it so much. It's like a hairy jacket, and then she walks with him, go out, and he pulls from the arm, which is she's like loose. So then he'll grab it and then play with it and pull it, and then he'll
Okay.
growl. So I think it's normal.
Okay, so it's quick bites. He's never like held on to someone and then
No,
he lunges at them, right?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
that's it.
Alrighty. So usually, like on the website, it says like Jesse will handle these things like the aggressive stuff like this. But I'm just asking all the right questions, so just to give him, when he asks like what's going on here. But yeah, it just sounds like just like a really intense resource guarding people. So with resource guarding, we have to obviously correct that. So a lot of trainers, like the guy at the tennis racket, or a lot of trainers, what they do is like they'll like be very confrontational, like they'll confront the dog and the resource they're guarding. So then it turns it's like an argument, and then that's why you'll hear like people say, like when you try to correct a dog when they're being aggressive, it makes it worse. But it will make it worse because you're confronting them. So like with a prong collar. What do you walk Blaze on currently?
So we have the metal, the collar.
The prong one, the one that looks like teeth, like spiky ones.
Yep.
They'll put the prong collar on the dog with. We'll use the newspaper. Blaze likes the newspaper. They have the prong collar. They'll say leave it, and then they'll pop the leash, and then dog's like, whoa. Dogs see this leash, so it sounds funny, but they see the leash as a part of you because your whole it's like coming from you. So they see this and they're like, oh, we're fighting over this, so I'm gonna fight you back. That's like, I think that's how like Cesar Milan got bit on that TV show with the Labrador, where like he got bit because the dog was guarding something, and I think like he went in and like poked the dog, and the dog went and bit him again, or bit him, and then because it's like a fight, it's gonna happen because the dog's gonna challenge you, like, okay, we're fighting. So when we're gonna do this, and I'm pretty sure you already know, we use e-collar training, correct? The reason why e-collar is successful in this situation is because there's no confrontation. There's nothing. All we're doing is pressing a button, and Blaze will not know where it's coming from, right? Because he won't like look at you, see the remote, and connect it to you, because it's not connected to him. There's nothing connected. He's gonna think it's like the universe kind of telling him to not do that. So having that tool for you would just be a lot easier, because if he does like lunge at something, or if he has something, just being mindful of like, if you're going to give him, what I would do is just take away a lot of high value things, like no more of these toys, no more of these treats and everything like that. But if you're going to give it to him, right, you'd collar him up first, give him the toy, let him enjoy it. And then when you think it's time for it to be taken away, that's when you use a remote to help him disengage from the toy. Once he is disengaged, you go ahead, grab the toy, you put it up, and then he's done. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But
I did speak with the vet regarding the e-collar, but they did not recommend it because it's negative enforcement. So Blaze requires a positive enforcement. That's what they said, the vet.
Yes. Yeah, positive reinforcement is good for things you want to see, right? So we use positive for sit down, go to your bed, good boy, good girl, come, good boy, good girl, here's a treat. It's good for those things. for behaviors and things we don't want to see, it doesn't connect, right?
Mm.
So we do food stuff under 6 months. Once the dog reaches 6 months, e-collar right away, no matter what. Doesn't matter if they're a bad dog, good dog, whatever. If it's just e-collar. If they want obedience, it's e-collar. We can use food into it. Yeah, it's fine. We can. There's nothing wrong with it. If anything, it's more of like a trainer thing, like, you know, because it's hard for the owners to have the remote leash and then give food at the same time, all these things, and it's unrealistic because like you won't be doing that. But you know, I'm not here to convince you to do e-collar, right? You're just wanting more information. Like, you know, you went to talk to your vet, you're talking to us, kind of getting all these opinions, and then it's up to you to make the decision to whether, you know, go with the e-collar training or you can try the positive, doing whatever you can. I'm just letting you know that positive only is only good for things you want to see, right? So it's going to be a little difficult for things that, you know, if you don't want to see something, how would food work in that situation, you know? And then it'll be difficult too, because like I said, if something goes wrong, right, you have to be physical. You have to do something to help him disengage from an object or something like that, right? And then you might be at risk of getting bit, versus having the e-collar. You can be at a distance and you can press the button, then he disengages. So first we would have to like teach him, or actually before we start, do you know what an e-collar is? Like, do you know how it works and everything?
What? Oh, the e-collar? Yeah, she told me that she swear by it, so it works. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Does she explain like what it is, like what it feels like, or no?
Yeah, it's like it doesn't hurt or anything. It's nothing bad. That's what she said.
Yeah, Jesse likes to call it electric, but not electricity. So it's not something that's flowing through the dog's body. It's just a little collar with a little box and two little contact points. And whatever those points are touching, you'll see the muscle move. So it's a muscle contractor. They use the same technology on humans for physical therapy to it's called stim. It like moves your muscles and like massages any torn muscles here.
Okay.
So that same technology is used on dogs, right? Are there actual shock collars out there still? I think so. I'm not sure, but those are like the ones you would want to stay away from. Our brand we use is called Dogtra. It has 127 levels. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 127. And they're around like $290 around up there. Reasons they're so expensive is because of the quality, right? It's durable, it charges for a long time, a mile and a half mile long range. And the feeling is also the most important part. So there's other cheaper collars out there, but those feel different. They feel sharper and like more uncomfortable. And some of them have like 10 levels. So think of that 10 level equal to 127. We have so many more numbers to be more specific, because if you're using 10, and let's say Blaze's number is 5, or maybe we have to go to 5, but then it's too much for Blaze, 4 is too low, then you're stuck. For us, if 40, right, for 40 is too low, 50 is too high, we go to 45, 42, 43, all these other numbers to be more specific to the situation and like in the resource guarding. Because it's not as simple as let's turn the collar all the way up and just blast the dog when they're doing something back. That's not how it works, right? We go low as possible and high as needed, right? So we're not blasting the dog, we're not making them yelp or anything. We're just simply communicating to them. So we would need to teach Blaze how e-collar turns on and off, and that he is the one that is in control of the e-collar. So that would be like, you know, a common command we teach just to have them get familiar with the e-collar is like the heel. So we teach them like little walking skills with them that, you know, when we take 5 steps, he takes 5 steps. If we take 10, he takes 10. When we come to a stop, he's to automatically sit at our side. And this is all done to slack leash in any environment, right? And what he's learning is that, okay, when this goes off, I'm not complying, but when I'm here next to you and mom, obeying, I guess, it goes away. Oh, I know how it works. So then we can start doing behavior stuff once he understands what e-collar is. So like I said, it's not as simple as just we'll collar him up. When we see something bad, we'll like blast him. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, working with that resource guarding with the e-collar, and then with people, like I said, it's just correcting the behavior. Like you don't growl when someone's approaching me, and just, addressing those behaviors. And then the growling when the dog approaches, I mean, you can correct that, but at the same time, it's like, if he doesn't like dogs approaching you, I don't let dogs approach me then, they can just make it more simpler and just say like, no, like, my dog doesn't like dogs on leash, maybe off leash, maybe Blaze is social. I don't know Blaze.
He's very social, just he's not comfortable the dog come to me.
Yeah. So then if you're in that situation, I would just be like, no, not today or whatever. And sometimes people get mad at you for, people get mad like, why? I want my dog to play. And then it turns to a whole thing. But as long as you vocalize that you're uncomfortable, do your best to kind of protect Blaze from attacking another dog, because we don't want like a call, does that make sense?
I have to ask you, so Ashley recommended the boot camp that Aspen going. I know it's full, they already left, right? The Aspen's camp. So should we do it on Blaze for 4 weeks? Was it going to help him? Like whenever you have an opening?
Yeah, I don't know when we have an opening. I know like we're pretty much booked. I think I heard something like in August we're still going to be packed. I'm not sure what's going on, or I don't know what I don't know the calendar for the board and trains. I only know my calendar for like in person on one-on-one. Aspen is more like they just need like obedience type stuff. Like they just need more control, and they want the e-collar stuff. And she's here for 4 weeks, so she's a lot of time. But
that's what Ashley wants to do with Blaze.
It can help. It's just that is Blaze has Blaze ever worn a muzzle before?
A what?
Muzzle.
What does that mean?
It's like those little like covers that cover the mouth, so that if Blaze wants to bite you, he can't because the mouth is covered.
Oh, so Aspen getting it? No, I'm confused.
Aspen doesn't have any. Aspen doesn't need it for Blaze.
Okay. Oh, Blaze has to get it if he go to camp?
No, I'm just wondering if Blaze has ever worn a muzzle.
No, never.
No.
No.
So you probably have to start training him to be muzzle conditioned, so that when he gets here, if he wants to bite us, it won't be an issue because he's muzzled. Does that make sense? So like when we're training him and everything, we have to see how he is, because if he's going to start biting everyone here, we can't have that. We need to take safety precautions. What else? So for the board and train, I don't know when it's available. If you're wanting,
do you think will help him?
Say it again.
Do you think it will help him if we sign him up?
I'll talk to Jesse, see what would work best for you, whether it'll be like the board and train or the in-person. I'll have to talk to him. Because he handles like the aggression things. I just do like basic obedience and like a reactivity. What else? When would you want to board him? Would it just be like as soon as possible?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What else? Is Blaze kennel trained?
Yes. He sleeps there.
Okay. And you said
The
he's social.
crate, right?
Oh,
Crate.
great. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, he goes sleep there for 10 to 12 hours, and he comes out in the morning, and yeah, he sleeps all night. But
Okay.
we lock him. Yeah.
Okay. Um, what else? And then just to confirm, like these incidents happen almost like every other day or every day, or how does this go?
A couple times a week.
Okay.
No, I mean it could happen if my husband keeps coming near me. Then it can happen every day.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Any questions about the e-collar?
No, but I went to the link that actually sent me. It's pretty confusing because of the weight, and I don't know which one is works for him. There's so many. So if you could help me,
Oh yeah, I
pick
know.
the one. Yeah, send me email like instructions so I can buy it.
Yeah, I'll send you a follow-up email that will have the board and train programs, because he'll be more in like, because yeah, I'll talk to Jess to see what I can do in this email. We'll see, but it'll have like the programs we talked about, a reminder to do the muzzle conditioning, and then the e-collar that would be best for Blaze, which is actually the same e-collar that Aspen is on. And also a application that, or a link that needs to be signed. It's just for like vaccination records, an agreement thing, because once he's here, we need those things. That will be all in that email. Prices, a link as well to get the e-collar, or you can, because Ashley bought it from us, so we have it already. So all we just did was just invoice her. We sent her the invoice, and then we just used it first day. What else? Any other questions? And Aspen's here for 4 weeks also.
So she's with you. You are at the place.
Yes. Anything else?
How's she doing? How's she doing?
She's still a little bit stressed. She was very stressed her first day, but today she's a lot better, more calm, but nothing out of the ordinary. She's fine. She did good last night, no issues. What else? We'll wait, I think maybe like another day or two to socialize her, just to like let her first acclimate to the facility and everyone here. Then we would do the dogs, because if she's still stressed and we put her in a playpen with a whole bunch of dogs, it's too much. It's like all these dogs, this new place, these new people. It's I don't know where I'm at, all these things, and then it can result to like her being like snappy, trying to get these dogs away from her to give herself space. So we take our time with those things. We don't rush her into anything, because she's not here to play a dog. She's here for training, So if she ends up playing with dogs, I mean, we would have to let her know, but that's not the priority. If we can get her acclimated to the dogs, it'll be great, because then she can burn off energy throughout the day if she's not training, playing with her friends and everything like that.
Okay, so you will talk to Jesse that so they will know what is best for Blaze then.
Kind of like
they recommend.
Yeah, what to set up and everything, and getting his opinion. And then the email I sent might have a little bit more information, because I'll be talking with him. Anything else?
That's it. I don't know. It's
nothing else.
Heartbreaking. All the trainers saying that I have to give up Blaze. I have to give it back. So it's just so hard to hear from them. I don't know. Is it really dangerous dog or?
No, we've Jesse's had worse.
You have one.
Yeah, Jesse's had worse. Um,
Okay.
anything else?
No.
All right. Trying to think. I'll also send you a link to the muzzle. Is
I think
Blaze?
I shouldn't be starting a muscle right now, so we have to start the e-collar first. And then if we decided to send him to you, then we'll use the muscle, right? Otherwise, I don't think it's necessary for us to use both.
So, but you're gonna do you wanted to do board and train.
Yes, then we have to wear that thing, right?
Yeah. So you're gonna either way, it'd be a good idea just to have that, so that
Okay.
if anything happens, he'll be muzzled. But like I said, I'll talk to Jesse, but just let you know that definitely pick up a muzzle and start training it, right? Getting him used to wearing it, just in case, yeah, we'll do board and train, and then it's like next week, but then you haven't done any muzzle conditioning because you were waiting, but now you can't. It takes a while, right? So the reason why we want to condition is just to get him acclimated to it, so that once we do put the muzzle on, he's comfortable with it instead of fighting it. Because when they fight it, they rip out their claws, they scratch their face, they do everything they can to rip it off, and then they damage themselves. So if we can get him comfortable with the muzzle before we do training, and just like slowly, like, give him food. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that you can watch, how they kind of muzzle condition with the food and everything like that, just getting them comfortable. And most of them, those videos, they don't put the muzzle on right away. It's just like, it's here's some food, eat through the muzzle and stuff like that. But yeah, anything else?
That's it. So I just want him to get help.
Say it again.
I said I just want to get him help, and I don't want to lose him.
Yeah. That is our goal as well. What else? I believe that is all. There are some common questions. We have from our clients, usually like, after training, does the e-collar go away, or is it on all the time? So it's on when you need it. So if you're going to give them a treat or anything like that, you put the collar on in the home. Or like, if everyone's going to kind of like, if you're going to sit down and relax for a bit, you collar him up. But if you're moving around, you're not home, and you know that he's not really nipping or biting anyone when he's not in that scenario, that situation, then you don't need the collar. If you're taking him for
okay, so he doesn't need it when like going to bed or.
Oh yeah, in bedtime when he's sleeping in the crate, he shouldn't need it. No, if he's fine, in the morning and everything, you don't need it. It's just whenever he's in those situations, you want to plan ahead. So like, if you're like, I'm gonna sit down for a bit, I would collar him up, sit down, and then use it as you would need it there.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all. If there's nothing else, keep an eye out for that follow-up email. It should be sent out tomorrow or the following day, sometime this week.
Okay.
Other than that, anything else?
That's all.
Alrighty. It's very nice speaking with you.
Yes.
And have a great night.
All right. Thanks. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.